See there. Oh, my army's gone. What do I do now? He just has a few vultures, and he had built a starport, which is going to build a wraith that is fairly useless at this point because all Jangbi has to do is keep his dragoons around his shuttle, and he'll be okay. So I think at this point, Jangbi is fairly solidly in the lead. He is getting his expansion at this point, and I think pretty soon here he is going to be able to push out, and he's probably going to go for harass here, but once he gets enough dragoons up, he'll be able to push out and probably keep Barracks from getting the secondary expansion that he so badly needs at this point. Well, he doesn't badly need it, but, you know, certainly something that he would like. Siege should be up by now for the tank, so I think Barracks is probably going to try to solidify some sort of front door on his natural expansion to try to see if he can move out. And Jangbi right now... Oh, so I guess, you know what? The Wraith was not useless because it looks like it's warding off. I don't know if Jangbi saw that or not. Oh, there's the Observer. You got it right there. Moletrap pointing to the screen. But, okay, so the secondary is going out. I don't see the tank sieging at this time, so I don't know if that's up. I think that would be a pretty big mistake if Barracks forgets to research that. But the mines didn't cut it, the vultures didn't cut it. He had a good idea, and he just wasn't really able to micro out of it.
And now he's
not
gonna...
microing anything either here.
Oh, does not lose the Wraith at least. Just trying to sneak in there and see if he can get any harassment on there. But now that is going to actually free things up a little bit for Jangbi. It looks like he may have shuttle speed. No, not
yet.
Nope,
comes poking.
But anyway, yeah, he saw with that Observer, he saw at least the starport, and we actually saw him turn his shuttle around as the Wraith was running around in circles hunting for that shuttle. So Jangbi scouting, saving that little shuttle harass there with his second Reaver coming out. Now Jangbi getting a third base.
Wow, double.
And Barracks just now about to get his second base up. So I mean that's why Jangbi you saw immediately as he cleared out that attack, he immediately put down his Nexus. And that's because he knew he had the advantage, he had the map control, and that that Barracks was going to have to bunker a little bit. Now he's coming in similar, same build again. It looks like a couple shuttles coming in here, probably at least one Reaver, maybe a second Reaver, a Reaver and 2 Dragoons. Could have put more in there, but okay, 3 Dragoons, sorry. So he's got 3 Dragoons, so it's plenty to protect against another Wraith, and he's going to be able to do some running around harassing with, oh, that was a nice clump of, I was getting excited when I see a Reaver shuttle next to a clump of SCVs. Is he gonna go? Oh yes, kill it!
Oh my God! Let's see it. Come on, let's see it. Let's see it.
Oh, GG! Half of Barracks' SCVs
gone.
And I don't think he even had many at his expansion right now. Oh, he's frowning. Oh.
Yeah, this is pretty much it. I mean, keep in mind at this point that Jangbi right now is building his economy. He has very well. You saw the pylons going up to protect from any sort of vulture harass. At this point, Barracks has been basically contained to his base just from this one little attacking force here. I mean, he really can't move out at this point. He doesn't have any anti-air. He doesn't have a way to get rid of the shuttles. And Jangbi just has such good shuttle Reaver micro that he's able to just keep taking hits on these tanks. And Barracks needs to try not to clump up too much, or else he's going to lose a large clump. That's why you don't drink soda while you commentate, guys. Take that as a lesson here. It doesn't bode too well. But some Macrine going up, getting the Citadel. You know, Jangbi's probably going to try to start teching up here and possibly get out some Arbiters if this does end up going later. I don't expect it to go late, but as always, what was... I like how Jangbi just kind of walks in and goes, yeah, no, that's cool. I'll just go back out and come back in later. But we can't see how long the game is because we do cover up the bar. So I don't know if this is going to go to a longer game. But Jangbi is certainly going to do his normal tech tree as if it was. And I think at this point he's just going to probably macro up and not getting gas at either of his second bases. That's actually pretty surprising. So maybe he's not taking up as much as I thought. Just trying to macro up his units.
Yeah, I haven't seen any tech buildings out. Normally you'd see him maybe go for Templars or you know, eventually Arbiter or something like that. I haven't seen anything like that
late
so
Citadel
far.
Too.
Just macroing up goons and what have you, it looks like. But you know, getting that third base up and running. Now that he has that third base, it looks like he's setting up for a fourth in the top left corner. Then he's probably going to start getting gas and macroing and teching up and that sort of thing. But he's just going to try and utilize his map control and get as many bases as he can at the moment is what it looks like. And here he comes in now that he's done that fake out. He's going to try and move in again. And here we go.
Oh.
Running in. SCV see it. Is it going to get away? 2 Reavers this time and 2 Dragoons. 2 Reavers means popping tanks with 1 shot out of both of them. And he does indeed pop a tank. And now he's just going to sieges up. And now he's just going to fly right by that siege into the natural expansion. And he's moving in with Dragoons on the front. Drops the Reavers in the midst of that frontal defense. Picks them back up again as well as the Dragoons storm into the front of the base. He might have to fall back to his main base at this point because his front is completely breached. But he does manage to get some tanks in the right position. But Jangbi just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So much mobility with those speed shuttles compared to the tanks.
Yeah.
And just taking out so much. This game is over.
No, I mean, again, Jangbi has done all of this with 2 shuttles worth of units. He went in the first time, lost maybe half of his units, came back again, lost maybe another half, lost 1 Reaver. Oh, and here we go. He got the leg speed that he was looking for with the Citadel, and he is going to be able to just rush in here. And essentially, at this point, he can almost A-move. Like, even if those come in and take out all the probes at one of his bases, which they're not going to, Jangbi is going to be able to just overwhelm the base here. And the secondary is going to go down. I think Barracks only has. I mean, look at the count at the bottom right, you guys. 134 to 35.
There you go.
GG. And I think Barracks just looked at the food count and went, oh yeah,
hacks.
I'm done. Yeah. Well, definitely the second game, he certainly played a lot better, but it was because Jangbi kind of, I felt, let him get to the mid game or the late game even, because Jangbi did the same thing in the second game and decided to just take bases, which is what happened on Destination, and is apparently what happens now in El Nino, is people just waiting for the mid game and late game to do anything, and of course was able to squeeze out a win over Jangbi, but in the end, that game played out as, a noob player playing against somebody who's more experienced.
I always gotta feel bad for these new players that they get to, because it's really tough to get through the offline prelims. You have to win a group of 8 people. You have to win 3 best of 3s in a row against other people who want it just as badly, and oftentimes against good players. And then you finally get to the big stage and you get shut down. Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah.
You give a little bow there.
Yeah,
but
cool.
Anyway, it sucks for him. He's kind of an up-and-comer. He's been an up-and-comer for a little while. Usually it's players like those that you see that you say suck and everything, and he does suck. But, it's players like that, though, that kind of sneak their way into the beginning stages of the Star Leagues. They're the kind that, like, in a year, will be the ones that are going to come out and, surprise everyone. Like, Effort did the same thing where he kind of snuck in to the early stages of the Star Leagues, did well, and then sucked, and then he just came out and,
Well, we see somebody like like Shine, or Fire Fist, which I'm not going to compare to Shine, but again, these players that are lesser, that all of a sudden they improve, they work hard and they improve. Well, we're going to see how Jangbi does against Quanro. I actually expect some really good games coming up here.
Yeah, this should be really good.
We'll see you guys in a bit here. Actually, by bit, I mean the next video.